Hi, and welcome to Chickpeas and Lentils. Today I'm going to make for you my famous cheese sauce, my famous nacho cheese sauce. So there are hundreds of different vegan cheese sauces on the internet. What makes this one different and better, in my opinion, are mashed potato flakes. Yes, so instead of using cooked potatoes, the texture and the smoothness of the final product is so much better. The mouthfeel is just a better experience. And I came across this just kind of accidentally. I wanted to make some cheese sauce, and I usually keep cooked potatoes in my refrigerator, and I didn't have any. And I just thought, what if I just use potatoes, you know, the dehydrated potatoes, potato flakes. So this brand is Idaho Spuds, and this one is my favorite. I've tried different potato flakes. Some of the other brands taste like the cardboard box, and that flavor still came through even after I made the cheese. So Idaho Spuds is what I use, and Idaho Spuds is what I recommend. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dump everything into my blender, and then we're gonna just blend it, and I'll show you the final product, okay? So first, let's start with any plant-based milk. This is the silk cashew cream milk, and put your milk or liquid in first, because the mashed potatoes will, you know, as soon as they hit the water, they'll start to rehydrate and get super thick. So that was a cup. That's to start off with. You may need another cup. It really just depends on the thickness. I'll use one roasted red pepper. So I use roasted red peppers. This gives a nice little smoky taste, and I'm just gonna use one. That was a big one. One garlic clove. And then I use raw cashew nuts that have been soaked. And I just soak these in warm water for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I toss those in there as well. And this is 1/3 of a cup. I don't use the soaking water. I pour the soaking water off. Then we have some nutritional yeast flakes. I use about 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast flakes. I just usually just fill this cap, toss that in. I like to have a nacho cheese taste to my sauce. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of any taco seasoning. You can leave this out. If you just want a traditional cheese sauce, then I would leave this out. But we like this. So 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're gonna use a cup of our mashed potato flakes. And I have this 1/4 cup in here, so it's just kind of what stays in here. So I'll put 4 of these in here. Another thing that may be a little different in my recipe is I don't use lemon juice to get the tart flavor. I use rice vinegar. And so I'll start out with just a teaspoon of this, and I may increase it. And then also a teaspoon of salt. And this is just the pink Himalayan salt. All right, we'll be right back. I'm gonna blend all of this together. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, this made a lot. It makes a lot. What I ended up adding to it, in addition to the 1 cup of plant-based milk that I started with, was I added a cup of water and another cup of the cashew milk is what I use. And so it really just depends on how thick or how thin you would like it to be. So this is the right texture that we use for putting it over really everything, from nachos to I think if you wanted to make quesadillas, I would make it a little bit thicker, but it's great to put over potatoes, put it over rice. I think it would be nice to make a grilled cheese with if you did it a little bit thicker. And then another thing I just wanted to point out is that I added this smoked black pepper. This is so good. And I just put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that inside. And I added a total of a tablespoon of rice vinegar. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, let's go ahead and give this a taste. So if you see the texture, it's so smooth and silky. It's a totally different texture that you get from using like cooked potatoes. It just doesn't, it's just different. That's the only thing I can tell you. I don't know why it's different, but it's definitely a different velvetness to it that you don't get with the cooked potatoes. And also, I just wanted to let you know that if you don't have a high-speed blender, it won't become as smooth when you add the cashews. So if you have just the food processor, I would suggest using tahini in place of the cashews. But soaking your cashews also makes them softer. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And these are just air fried tortilla chips that I made myself. I just cut them in strips and I put them in the air fryer. And so just look at that. How it just clings onto the chip. This is gonna be my snack before I go to bed tonight. It's smoky, just a little bit spicy, but it really does have a great cheese taste. I mean, it's just a really good nacho cheese dip. I tell you another thing that I would do is after I got it to the final process is maybe stir in a couple tablespoons of just some salsa. Oh, that would be so good. One more try. So good. This makes me so happy because I've been a vegetarian for, at this point, more than half my life, but could never commit to being a vegan because of the cheese. I was always drawn back because of the cheese. And I will say I'm not completely there, but when I have things like this to come, that I can come to, when I want nachos and things that are reminiscent of the cheesy things I used to have, this makes it so much easier. So that is it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, to like, and if you use a vegan cheese replacement like this and you usually use whole potatoes, let me know. Try it with the mashed potato flakes and let me know how you like it. If you like it better or not. It's a game changer for me. I probably won't go back to using regular cooked potatoes again. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Take care.